You have heard the Chronic's Rabbit Hole, and John Doe, thank you so much for your Buy Me an Energy Drink request. We are super excited because you are bringing Insomnium down the rabbit hole, and the song that we'll be listening to today is The Conjurer.
And The Conjurer is from their Argent Moon EP from 2021. Thank you so much, John. Let's get right into this.
John Doe, thank you so much for bringing Insomnium down the rabbit hole. If you didn't know, we actually interviewed Insomnium. We interviewed their guitarist, Marcus Van Halla. He is such a cool and such a welcoming individual. I actually had, I was so nervous during the interview because it was our first live in-person interview.
Yes, it was, in the tour bus.
In the tour bus. So check that out. It's in our podcast, but I fainted in the concert afterwards. So like that's an actual thing, and I can't wait to get into the Conjurers, the official music video. So thank you so much for bringing it back to us.
Oh, memories. Insomnium, they are incredible. Luckily, but not luckily, you passed out. It wasn't during Insomnium when you passed out.
No.
So I got to enjoy Insomnium sitting in the back, but I had to catch that dead weight. And everyone's like, what the heck's going on? I'm like, get out of my way! Get out of my way! Okay, we're a little dramatic here. Here we go. The Conjurer. Nice. A little more relaxing. I love it. You saw him, didn't you? You saw him, didn't you, right?
I did.
Yeah. I can see it. Oh. I love the emotion they evoke. His voice. A lot of patience with this song. Ooh. Okay, this is enchanting, and I do notice that you wish it was louder, and this is the perfect time to bring it up here too, John. You mentioned that here maybe is not as loud as maybe the audio from
The
the
CD
studio
version.
and the album itself. So, um, you did give us a Dropbox option that didn't work. So that's why we still are using this. And it most likely got blocked. And now we're like gone through after the 2 days of being blocked too, because usually that's what happens with Century Media as well. So that's why I'm thinking you're going so in
Yeah,
because you're
I
having a
actually
hard
that's
time
why I'm
hearing.
pushing on my headphones because I'm trying to catch like the lyrics and what's going on. Because at first will be honest, I was like so enamored by the music because
Me
the
too.
music in the mix is nice and loud and you're getting the
Beautiful
full
guitar as
context of
always.
it with the guitars. That double bass and the drums is brilliant,
Yeah,
but the vocals are definitely quite a bit quieter
bit
in the
muffled in a
mix. They're
way.
a little bit muffled. So, well, not even muffled, just quieter
Just
than a
quiet.
lower tone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Fair
I'm
enough.
just kind of pushing my headphones on because I really want to hear the story, what's going on.
Hmm.
Because as soon as I saw the lady sitting at the table, like crying, and then the husband, just
Yeah.
looking at her, the lyric that followed right after that is like, "You made a solemn vow to always come back to me." On next to the silent ocean or something was the
Oh wow.
final lyric
Okay.
of the line.
Yeah.
And then he left, and then she chased after him, and that's kind of where we're at now. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's the
Nice. I'm glad
story?
you're getting enamored by that too. Good.
Yeah, so like I'm like really trying to listen into these lyrics because this ballad like guitar playing and like everything that's going on in Insomnium is phenomenal musically, and they are such good storytellers
They
that
are.
I'm like I'm invested.
I love this side of Insomnium. Here we go, Marcus. Oh! Yes. Oh, catching up. What a soulful solo. Oh, this is so good. Oh no. Wow. What are you thinking after that ending?
Was not the ending I was expecting.
Is that him just like reminiscing of what happened to her, whether it was a tragedy if she fell aside, if it was him pushing her off, who knows what it was, but like now with the Conjurer, because he talked to the dead with Conjuring, I guess, and like he just wishes he could speak to her still. So like me, I don't know. What do you
I
take from that?
So my when I was watching this and listening to it, I went like a completely different way because he left the house first, and there was the lyric that said, "We made a vow
Okay,
to
yeah,
always come back to each
yeah,
other."
absolutely, yeah,
So that was the lyric that was playing, and then she followed after him, and then they were running to one another in those tree line.
yeah,
And there
yeah.
was like something in the middle of them, but I wasn't sure what it was. I thought she was actually running to him and he had like fallen in the snow, and
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah,
she like found him and it was running to him.
yeah.
But then it changed perspective and then it was the same thing, but he was running and there was a like fallen person in the snow, is what
Right.
I thought. But also all my pairs of glasses have been broken, so I can't see shit.
You poor
So
thing.
so it could have been a rock for all I know. And but that was going back and forth. And then all of a sudden she was walking through the mountains, like trudging through the snow in the
Yep,
mountains, and then he was following behind her,
definitely.
right? So
Yep.
it changed that perspective
It's
again,
always that vow to still follow wherever the
that
person
that
goes.
vow to keep
Both
following.
sides.
And so then when she was at the cliff face and still crying, still wailing out, and then kept looking back at him, but he wasn't going any closer to stop her or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
That's I think where you got the memory aspect. I thought maybe he was like I honestly thought he had gone out to sea and died or like froze or something, like he left,
Okay.
died,
Yeah,
couldn't come back even though he had vowed to always come back.
yeah, yeah.
She's miserable about that, and he's sitting at the table with her as spirit,
Okay, yeah,
right? And then
yeah.
she's going out to go find him or, end her misery. And
Yes,
he's
yes.
just watching her as a bystander, unable to actually do anything. So
Wow,
that's kind of
okay.
how I took it myself.
So it's like a sixth sense for me there, where it's like, no, he's the dead one.
He's the dead one.
Yeah,
And now they're both dead.
and that we're both kind of trying to talk about the same thing of
Yeah.
what the Conjurer means for that, because it's that missing of that person is kind of
Yeah.
why the Conjuring comes,
Conjuring a
right?
memory, conjuring
Well, it's a loved one,
a loved one.
right?
So absolutely.
Yeah.
And for me, where I was confused is then I honestly I had it in my mind. I was 100% sure. I would have bet money on it that she was going to show up after she jumped off the cliff,
Yeah.
or and there was either just going to be a glove that lands on his like shoulder or something to show that now she was with him.
Okay.
But then that never happened.
Yeah, that's why I think it was trying to show you one of them's gone, and that's why with him there at the end, I thought it was her.
That she's the one who's gone, and
Yeah.
now I think you're right on that one, but
Who
that's just where
knows?
my
And
perspective went to
that's
that.
the
And
beauty of like what's so cool
yeah,
about these music videos itself, because now we can talk a little bit about the music as well, because as it started with that incredible guitar strumming and
yes,
their mood and the emotion that they evoke somehow, that it's such a trademark that Insomnium have, and
it
it gets you in
is
a meditative state. And when that guitar solo comes on and it's just so soulful,
so
especially
soulful.
after just talking about like seeing him and like interviewing
Having that
Marcus. And so then
interaction.
it kind of does feel a little more personal when you can see that solo, when you start
Yes.
knowing these people more individually as well. And that's like been really rewarding with the channel too. So we really thank you all for the support so much. And we love our Insomnium journey. So if you want to see more Insomnium come down the rabbit hole, let us know by hitting the like button and comment down below which way we should move forward with Insomnium. But we are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you so much, John, for bringing Insomnium back to us. This was such a treat, and it was such a treat to see Mark as well, because when we interviewed him, he was also there with Omnium, his the other band that he's a guitarist for.
Yeah, Marcus of the
So
Omnium
he
Gathering.
was doing with Omnium Gatherum. So it was such a phenomenal treat to be able to interview him and see him, and now to see him play again.
Yes.
It just brings all that amazing joy back. So peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care and bye for now.